Hey friends, it's Ox here, and today we're diving back into Helldivers 2 because there is a new Warbond that has released. Now, it is the Force of Law Warbond, and it is for 1,000 super credits like the previous ones, but is it really worth it? Well, that's what we're going to find out today and dive into not only the armor, but the weapons that it has to offer. So let's first take a look at some of the armor that you get. So this is one of two of the pieces of armor that you can get from the Warbond. And they come with an interesting armor passive called Ballistic Padding, which provides good resistance to explosive and chest damage, but also has a prevention from bleeding mechanics, which I do find is very, very helpful when you're going against the bugs right now. So let's go check out what the Warbond has to offer in terms of weaponry. Now, there aren't a lot of weapons in this Warbond, but what they do have to offer is a little interesting. There is the AR-32 pacifier. It is a new primary. It has a decent rate of fire, and it does have the medium armor penetrating, as well as a stun feature. The stun feature, I find, works well in certain situations, but it isn't always the best. In terms of secondary, well, there is actually a new pistol, but it's not truly part of the Warbond. It is currently within the Superstore, though, to buy for an additional amount of super credits, which I'm not really a fan of, but for the purpose of this video, we went ahead and got it for you. Now, this pistol, the P92 Warrant, is a very interesting one. After testing, we found that in certain situations, it did very well and performed great. In other situations, it did absolutely terrible. But an interesting mechanic about it is that it does have a guided capability for its weapons fire. So I'll show in certain situations of times where it worked out well for me, and others where the mechanic just completely failed and didn't do its job at all. In terms of grenades, the Warbond does come with the G109 Urchin. I haven't yet been able to try this out or seen it in action, but hopefully soon. The other very interesting weapon, though, that I wanted to cover is going to be the De-Escalator. Now, this has to be the most versatile and heavy-hitting weapon within the Warbond. It is a stratagem, and I found regardless of what territory or what type of units that you're fighting, it does very, very well in most situations. So we're going to dive into a mission now and showcase how good or effective these weapons are in actual combat. But to be honest, I actually have tested them out on all three factions and can say that these weapons perform the best against the Terminids. So we will be rolling up a Terminid mission for you. But if you don't believe me, roll the clips. Okay, with that out of the way, let's actually start the mission. Alright, let's get going. First things first, let's pull out that De-Escalator. This is definitely a favorite of mine. While I summon this, let's show off what the primary can do. See, you can easily chew through these lightly armored and medium armored bugs without a problem. When the heavier guys get out, like your Bile Titans, your Chargers, your Behemoths, you can still do damage, and you can still kill them, but it will take a lot of bullets, and you'll have to obviously aim for the weak points, but it is possible. And when you're running out of ammo, because it is a small clip, you could always switch now over to your pistol, and it has these guiding bolts. Isn't that cool? They are a lot of fun, but there is a glitch right now that's happening where not all the time does it lock onto the enemy. Sometimes you'll just get this white circle. And when that happens, friends, you have the non-guided mode. So I'll swap this over, and I don't know if it's just me or whatnot, but for some reason the non-guided bullets seem to be doing more damage. And again, look at this. It's just chewing through all these Terminids. When things get a little too crazy, I like to pull out the de-escalator. This thing is a bit of a monster and my favorite part of the Warbond. You can shoot these arc shots through the entire enemy's lines, spreading lightning and fun. And what's great is that it actually has the ability to even take down the heavy units. Now, I've tried before on Bile Titans, Charges, Behemoths. None of them survived. It takes a little bit of time, but I found with a full clip of ammo, targeting the right locations on them, doesn't matter what type of unit it was an instant death. Now that I've explained these weapons and shown their use, let me lock in a bit and show you how they really work well together. Spread the fun to your friends. It's amazing. It just arcs through all of them. How about some gas for you? And look at that, the guided bolt saved me. It's able to easily lock on and it retargeted his vitals. I think the consensus for most people so far is that the pistol has been their favorite bit from this Warbond. The grenade launcher is niche for some players. You can't actually take out the bug holes, but units get deleted like that. So there's a trade-off. So a downside to this gun is that it actually takes a while to reload, as you're seeing, but just like a shotgun, you can fire it mid-reload and get off the shots that you need to, so if you're in a bind. But typically, the smart move is to try to stay around half ammo for your clip and then start to reload again so that you're never actually out of ammo. Quickly mop up these hordes of men like it's absolutely nothing. And stragglers get shot. Alright friends, that was pretty quick. We got to show off what these weapons can do. As you can see, they do have a decent amount of variety and they are balanced pretty well. But there are some downsides, especially to the firepower of the main machine gun, as well as the extent of the clip. Same thing goes for the pistol. And not being able to always lock on is a challenge. But where that all fails, this grenade launcher definitely makes up for it. So we still have to test out the new guard dog and the grenade, but so far with testing out the primary and the armor, and then the pistol that I'm counting as the Warbond because, you know, it's coming out at the same time and it makes sense, I would say that this Warbond's a bit average. I wouldn't go out and buy new super credits just for this Warbond. If you're trying to save up and you think that you'd be okay waiting, I'd say definitely do so. It's not going to be making a major difference in your Battlefield gameplay to get this Warbond, but friends, it is fun with the grenade launcher as you saw. So I'll leave it up to you if you're going to get the Warbond or not, but I'll say, at least from my end, it's okay. Well, again, thanks everyone for tuning in and checking out the video. I really appreciate you, and I've appreciated all the love that you've been showing my channel. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers already, I can't actually believe it. If you're checking out this video and you're not subscribed, please do so. I'm a new content creator and it really helps me grow. Well, friends, take care and have a good one.